Welcome back to Tim and Sid on Hall of Fame Day. And our next guest, Sydney, happens to be, according to a lot of guys around Major League Baseball, a Hall of Fame guy.
Curtis Granderson, one of the newest Toronto Blue Jays, joining us on the phone. Curtis, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Very good.
Very good. First question, why Toronto?
You know what? Again, when I was going through the off season, obviously, any one of the 30 ball clubs, as you are a free agent, you're looking for an opportunity to go out there and play and help a team win. And Toronto showed a lot of interest from day one of the off-season beginning. They mentioned how the dynamic of the breakdown of the team looked and how I could potentially fit in there. Plus, it's a place that I've enjoyed coming to and playing for a long time. It's a team that has an opportunity to win. So you match all those pieces together, and that answers the question, why Toronto?
What do you know about Toronto, and have you talked to any guys about what to expect with this Blue Jays team?
Well, about the team, I've got a chance to watch them from a distance a little bit. Jay Happ, a Chicago guy, him and I worked out together a few years ago, a long time ago. Pilar reached out to me as soon as the news had broke that I had joined the team, and we just been talking about where to stay and when to get down to spring training and all those different things. Plus, I've played with Russell Martin before with the Yankees, so I'm looking forward to being back with them. It's a team I know that has a great chance and opportunity to win. Some awesome fans from what I've seen and experienced both playing there and watching on TV. It's an awesome country that gets behind it as much as everybody talks about. It's a hockey country. It's a sports country. And as teams have the chance to go out there and represent not only for the city of Toronto, but the entire country of Canada, everybody loves to get behind them and show their love and support when they get an opportunity to do so.
Curtis, I'm not sure how many conversations you've had with management and with John Gibbons, but I'm curious, where do you think you would help this team the most on a day-to-day basis?
I think on a day-to-day basis, just experience. I've had the luck and fortunate of being able to play for a long period of time, getting a chance to play with some winning ball clubs, taking teams that weren't expected to do well and helping them get to, where you want to be in the off-season or in the postseason, that is, taking teams with high expectations and also helping try to live up to those expectations. So I assume that the Toronto Blue Jays are going to be one of those teams that right away out of the gate aren't necessarily going to be the top favorite team, but we're definitely not going to be near the bottom. And we're going to have a lot to prove. And I love being in those situations where we're going out there and as people pick other teams to do some amazing things, don't be surprised that we're right in the mix going ahead and doing things and shocking a lot of people.
If I'm not mistaken, you were a pretty good high school basketball player. Am I right on that?
Yeah, I like to think so.
I remember Juwan Howard at the end of his career, and if you're a fan, you might remember him being on those Miami Heat teams that were, going to titles and winning titles with LeBron James and Dwayne Wade, and he was there because he was a great professional. And I heard Russell Martin say that, and I'll quote him, Curtis Granderson is the ultimate professional. Is that part of the package that you can bring to this team, is how to be a pro and come into the park every day and being a pro?
I like to think so. A lot of people talk about different ways of being a leader and what you're supposed to go about there and do. And I think you need to also assess what your team and the organization is like to feel like how you can do that. And everybody has the ability to lead in their own special way. Whether you're a first-year guy or whether you're a guy with a lot of experience, everyone has the ability to do some great things. And like you said, going out there and putting your work in, putting the effort in, supporting your other teammates, being there for them, learning about them off the field, little things like that people kind of take for granted. We're around each other for 8 months out of the year. I can't just come up to you every day and ask how your swing is feeling and how you feel with your arm and stuff like that. That's going to get a little tired and a little boring. But knowing about, hey, what movie did you see last night? Where'd you go eat? What shows are you watching on TV? Little things like that just to let you realize and understand that we respect each other, are learning about each other, and also care about each other, because outside of your family, this becomes your second family over the course of the 2018 season.
Curtis, you've been in the majors a while. Also, you've done a lot of work inside your Players Association, and there's still over 150 free agents without a team, and pitchers and catchers report in like 2 weeks. How concerning is this to you?
It's very interesting to see, how this offseason has unfolded in comparison to some of the previous ones, most recently. At the same time, I can't necessarily jump too far ahead because the offseason technically is not over yet. But you have a lot of guys with a lot of great experience that can go out there and play for any ball club, whether it's from a pitching standpoint, a starting role, a backup, a hitter, whatever it happens to be. There's some guys that put up some amazing numbers and still have a lot left in the tank that they can bring to organizations. At the same time, not running a team, I know that people that do are in the position to run teams realized that the reason we have a 40-man roster is to know that we have some young pieces that can come up and also do some great things for us. So I think what's happening is you have teams that are trying to assess what's the best move for them. Do we go in-house or do we acquire somebody on the outside? And I think everybody is trying to play that cat and mouse game until everyone finds the right fit to see what is the best piece for them. And hopefully, the guys that are still remaining free agents do land somewhere with an opportunity to perform and do what they know that they can. And those teams that get them are also happy to receive them so they can go out there and continue to go out there and perform.